What is up? What is up, my peeps? Happy Veterans Day. Happy Veteran Day to you and yours. And it's been a great day so far. Feel loved and appreciated. My family's been doing a good job of doing that, which most of my immediate family are veterans. So happy Veterans Day to you, Mom, Dad, and my brother, and of course all of my brothers and sisters in arms that I work with on a daily basis. Want to say happy Veterans Day to you guys, so that I can give you guys the proper acknowledgement as well, because we all are very particular, if we have served, about how we feel after we're done serving. So anyway, here we are in this British Aerospace BAE 146. We are on the VATSIM network, and we're at John F. Kennedy. We're headed to Washington Reagan. Yesterday, I had a flight. First flight worked perfect. Second flight, going into Washington Reagan on the descent from O'Hare, my sim crashed, said it was out of memory. So I believe part of that was my fault, because I had my simulator up and running. I had done some other flights earlier that day without restarting my whole computer. And I think the text log file got overwhelmed and it ran out of memory. So it doesn't happen that often, but all we can do as simmers is try to get this thing up and going and do the best we can. So we gonna do this again. That's right, I said we gonna do this again. I didn't say we are going to. That's too grammatically correct right now. I was feeling some kind of way, so we went a little low with it. Green Light Auto Brokers, my bro, what's good? What's good? What's good with your green light? Buen provecho, bon appetit. Green Light is cooking and partaking a wonderful meal, so want to wish that man a happy meal. Let me get my hat on really quick, guys. All right, so I got my hat on now, and hopefully during the cruise phase of this flight, as soon as we get up and at them, we're going to be showing some pictures from my military service. But in the meantime, let's jump on board and get this party started, guys, because we are doing a river visual today into Washington Reagan. All right, now you can see that, or hear anyway, that the passengers are all getting loaded up onto the aircraft. And if you guys were interested in flying the route, I'll put it in. That should come up in a minute for the route, which I did update, which I'm proud of myself, guys. So anyway, on board we go, and let's go ahead and get some ground power off and kicking. All right, it's about to get loud, so for brevity purposes, let's go ahead and shut that music off, because it's time to go to work. All right, guys, GPU is on. Let me see if I can straighten this up a little more. That's good right there. And this is in pounds. We've already got the fuel that we need. Perfect. All right, guys, let's get this aircraft brought to life. Batteries are on. AC, DC power, standby inverter, standby generator, and of course now we can activate the external power. Let's come up here really quick and make sure external power is going to represent on our gauges, and we want direct current extern as well. External. That part is good. All right, guys, then we can also arm the flight deck emergency lights. We also need to come up top and let's do the cabin emergency lights. No smoking to auto. And let's get our nav lights into that high position. Let's get on the yaw dampers 1 and 2, autopilot master, avionics, alpha, and bravo. And now we can continue to initialize the aircraft as we need to. Let's go ahead and come down here right now. Let's turn on our radios. Okay, and let's get the FMC all configured. We are at JFK. We are flying for American, so we're in Terminal 8. That's where American flies from. Obviously, they don't fly this relic of an aircraft, but we're doing it today, guys. All right, and now we can go to the route, and we are headed to DCA. All right, let's activate that, execute that for now.
sure that you are able and willing to perform these actions. If you're not, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be received.
Okay.
You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process.
View
We
this
ask
way.
that larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
All right, now that we've got that going, guys, we do have ATC, so we need to be responsible with our actions. All right, and JFK approach is 128,125, so 28,125. 28,125. So we're doing this approach today, guys, so we're gonna need all the luck we can get.
1,000. Direct Robbins,
JFK approach. American 318 here at JFK, looking for IFR to Washington Reagan.
Alright, that was blocked. FedEx 3592, direct to Robbinsville.
Oh, did it again, no headphone in there. Let's see.
We're ready to go.
Roger 3 Robbinsville. Can't maintain the
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome
Alright, the other craft, go ahead.
The service to Washington, D.C. Our flight time will be
So the good thing is, I don't think he heard us.
Whoever was calling for clearance, go ahead.
Make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your
JFK approach American 318, looking for IFR to Washington Reagan.
And make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
American 318, Roger, number 1 standby.
Alright, so we're standing by, which that worked out perfectly. Drew Stone, happy Veterans Day, says, appreciate you. And you guys got the route in there.
1315, turn left heading 270.
Appreciate you, Drew Stone. And I've seen you throughout the streams today along green light, so it's been cool hanging out with you guys today, man. You guys know how we get down. Alright, so hopefully we get 1-3 right out of here, guys. Let us come down here.
Approach. I'm on Yankee Alpha.
And let's get JFK up in this piece, guys.
American 7538, make a right on Yankee Alpha, hold short 22 right.
Let's get the
Yankee
airport.
Alpha,
We're probably going to get the JFK 5.
W504, descend to maintain 7000, depart Rudder.
Okay, there's 13 right there.
250.
There we are, so we won't mess with this anymore.
Depart Rudder.
FPS 28 FPS, hopefully we get some better FPS than that.
W504, A firm, descend to maintain 7000, depart Rudder, intersection heading 250.
Okay, while they're doing all that talking, let's go ahead and
down to 7000, we'll depart Rover heading 250, jumping 504.
some lights turned up here.
1350, descend to maintain 4000, say indicated.
Light instruments.
4000
panel
right,
light.
40 indicated, Delta 13.
There we go. Let's get those panel lights on nice and bright.
Do me a favor, reduce speed 210 knots.
And let's go over here as well.
Lufthansa Cargo 8162 heavy.
Work on these panel lights. Let's get it nice and bright up in here.
240 knots.
You guys like the continued accent that I'm doing?
8162
not.
Roger. American 7538. I do not know where that parking is. Do you know what
Okay,
ramp
this
you enter
guy
what taxiway you enter the ramp?
Pretty busy here.
Yep, it will be Yankee Alpha Echo Golf. American 7538.
Alright, American 7538. Continue Yankee Alpha Echo Bravo Golf.
They're messing with stuff that I shouldn't.
Yankee Alpha Echo Bravo Golf.
Let's see, let's look up top as well. Let's get our lift spoilers on, so we don't forget that. We got our brake fans on later. And yeah, guys, we're just.
American 1201 is
This guy's busy, so
to the south.
I'm gonna request runway 13 right.
At
the weather right now is 16 degrees Celsius. Over 10 miles of visibility. Winds are out of the south. East winds gusting to 21.
Squawk 4703.
Yeah, so hopefully this guy can come through line.
American 20, correction 1201.
All right, let's see. 1691 on the weight. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get the cargoes down. Tell you what.
American 1201, your radar contact 11 miles east of the Robbinsville VOR altitude level 180. Turn right heading 130. You're going to expect the parkway
light.
visual runway
Let's see,
13 left approach
16,
and squawk
896 on the
squawk
pound.
emergency.
Perfect. All right, so we're just waiting on this guy to come back. Let's get this to standby.
Heading down
and let's also come down here. We need to turn to our test.
Maintain 8,000, right
750. Okay, all lights are working there. Our brake pumps.
I'm expecting the parkway visual for 3-1.
Let's get these lights turned up.
Is there an ATIS up? American 1201, there is one not up. I guess my software's just decided not to work today. Canal Timbers 3021. Yeah, you gotta love Vietnam. We'll just grab the weather.
So we got those lights up.
Lufthansa cargo 8162, turn right.
And let's just keep running our tests, guys. I'll check you guys out here. Let's do our enunciator test.
And Lufthansa cargo 8162, disregard.
All right, enunciator test is looking good there.
3000.
We also have a test that we need to do down here.
Direct assault at 3000, clear to VOR approach 13
Power the
left.
TMS
Lufthansa cargo
on.
8162.
And go into its test mode.
And Lufthansa cargo 8162,
Alright, so
maintain
that's
180
gonna run
onboard
its
greater
test
until
as well.
6 DME.
180 greater until 6 DME. Lufthansa cargo
TMS.
8162.
Delta 1315, turn 10 degrees
also
left for
get
spacing.
our navigation information on. We also
American 1201,
need
this is
to
just a
put
simulated
our,
emergency
here,
correct?
let's get this armrest up, guys.
Roger. X3592, you'll leave my space to the west. Unfortunately, New York Center is offline. Radar services are terminated. If exchange unit comms approved, have a good flight to Memphis.
Alright, we also have to put the yaw
Thank you
damper
very
on.
much for your service. GT and confirmation for you.
Bada bing, bada boom.
JetBlue 504 to set maintain 5000 speed,
Okay.
pilot discretion.
TMS is going to be the
Going down to
takeoff,
5,000,
and
504.
we said that the outside temperature
1315 to set maintain 3000.
is 16 degrees Celsius. So we have to go over here to the
Okay,
TMS,
approach Capital
guys.
7487, ready taxi.
And we got to make sure it says 16 degrees Celsius.
7 heavy. Did I give you 13 left or 13 right?
Give us 13 right. We can take either or wherever you want us. Get us off.
Capital 7487 heavy. My apologies. I just
All right, 16.
had a little brain fart there. 13 right, taxi via Sierra.
It's going to be in the takeoff mode, and then
Bravo,
we need to also do
November,
our bugs here in a
back.
second.
Papa
So we're just going to,
Foxtrot,
I know
13
it's 13 right, so
Sierra Bravo.
departure,
Papa,
we're going to
Echo
do 13 right.
7487.
That's what we're looking for.
Capital 747 heavy negative. It's going to be
More than
Sierra,
likely, we're gonna do the
Bravo,
JFK
November,
5.
Quebec.
Execute that,
Alright,
Now
Sierra
we're going to the
November
route.
Bravo Quebec.
and the very next
Papa
waypoint
Echo
that we're going to is
13 right,
Wavy.
7487 heavy.
Alright, I'll just text it to you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
All right, Wavy, which is our first fix. After Wavy is MJ,
The big
Echo,
airport, I get it.
Mike, Juliet, Alpha, Yankee. After MJ, we're doing Juliet 174.
The 1315 speed, pilot discretion. Speed, our discretion.
So we're just being patient, but
The cargo 8162.
we might have to remind him here in a second.
Gust 21, runway 13, left, clear to land.
Cancel speed restriction, clear to land 13 left.
Zizzy.
The cargo 8162.
Delta 1315, right heading
then after
360.
Zizzy, we need
Right,
to go
360,
to
Delta
Laughlin. Lima,
American 1201,
Alpha,
turn left heading
Foxtrot.
040 to center maintain 6000. Left to
Lima,
040 to center maintain
November,
6000. American
Lima
1201.
Alpha, Foxtrot, Lima Alpha, Foxtrot, Lima November. That's it. Now we need to go
Delta 4, you with me?
to arrival.
Go for Delta 4.
We are arriving
Spark
on the Dale
230
3, Laughlin transition, and we're going to do the RNAV 19. And we're going to do that from Fergie. Let's execute that. And now let's go
JetBlue
back to the
504,
route.
if you are going to work here, would you like the visual?
And
JetBlue 504, that VOR approach is going
Mighty.
to be just fine for us.
Let's look
We'll
at
shoot
these
it, and if
bags
it
here.
doesn't work out, I'll go around.
Okay,
504
Zizzy, Laughlin, Bill did it right. Mighty, Fergie. Okay, so Yuck, High Tech, Mighty.
American 412, runway 13 left, taxi via
Laughlin,
Tango,
will it-
Bravo,
Ouch.
uniform. That is
Ouch.
going to be a 7-6 coming out of Sierra. He's going to be making a right on Bravo. Should be
Man,
no
that hurt my
factor.
ear, man. Sorry about that, you guys. I don't know what happened there. Somebody's mic was tripping hard. All right, give him a few more seconds here, and then we're definitely
1315, proceed
gonna have
direct
to
assault,
call.
cross assault at 3000 until established on the final approach course. Cleared
the
VOR
time for
120.
being nice will have to be over. Let's just get our departure up. More than likely, it's going to be the Kennedy 5.
American 1201, turn left heading
Now let's go
310.
DCA.
Maintain 4000, a little bit better on the rate of descent if you can.
All right, DCA, we
Left
need to
to
go
310
and
down
check out.
4000. We'll give you our
First,
best
most
American
important
1201.
thing is the river visual. We need to have that up.
Delta 4, you're ready to contact 2 miles east of the
Visual
tower.
19.
VOR indicates 14, descending out of 14,000.
Okay, we also want to get the approach up.
3021. Descend maintain 9,000, Delta 4.
And our arrival is what we want to get up, and it's the Dill 3. those right now are the most two important. I'm pretty familiar with the runway. We can get that chart up once we get out of here. So
American 1201, make that a left turn heading
what we're checking right now is Laughlin, Billet, Dill, and then we need Aggie. But I think it has to go in Mighty, so we're gonna have to get rid of these points right here. You see that? It's got us going the wrong way for the real visual. So we need to do Dill to looks like what is this? Edgy. So let's make that change. So after Dill, we need Eggy. And JFK approach American 318 here, still on the ground, waiting for FR clearance to Washington Reagan.
American 318, I apologize, sir. I totally forgot about you. That's completely my fault. You advise ready to copy?
Ready to copy.
American 318, you're cleared to DC via the JFK 5. Departure radar vector is wavy, then as filed. Climb via the SID, top altitude is 5,000. Expect level 220. 10 minutes after departure. Departure is with me. Squawk 3155.
Cleared to Washington Reagan, JFK 5. Radar vector is wavy. Climb via SID, except maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 220. 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is with you. Squawking 3155. American 318.
American 318, your readback is correct. You're cleared to push and start at your discretion. Expect runway 13 right for departure. Intersection departures are available. KL altimeter is 3021. Call me for taxi.
3021, and we'll expect 13 right and push and start at our discretion. We'll call you for taxi, American 318. Thanks a lot.
American 1201, this is
Alright, guys, so we are doing good there. It's the Banta. So everything that we thought was true. So let's come back here now. So after Zizzy, do we want that? After Zizzy, actually, it should be direct to ATR.
Heavy, welcome to the city that never
This thing did
sleeps.
something
Right
weird
when
here.
able,
So
hold short out
Alpha
for
Tango
Bravo,
Romeo. Then after Alpha Tango Romeo should be Laughlin.
And we'll get that
Should be
parking
this
for you
guy
up
right
to
here.
Cargo 8162.
So let's execute that. And then after Dill, most certainly it is not Yuck.
Rover heading 250.
So that's the problem there. After Dill, it should be Edgy. So that was Echo, Delta, Delta, Golf, and Yankee. So that needs to be Yuck, needs to get out of there. And let's double check and make sure that's what it was. Let's see. Yep. Echo, Delta, Delta, Golf, Yankee, then Thane. So that's Tango, Hotel, Alpha, November, Echo. And this thing tried to have us messed up.
We found the cargo 8162.
After
we'll
Thane,
take
we need
cargo,
Megs.
Stall off of Sierra there in the cargo area.
Alright, Lufthansa cargo 8162, heavy roger, continue right on Bravo.
Alright, Megs is in there,
You're,
and then
to the
after
rapid heading on
Meg,
that right
we
side
should
is
get to
yours.
Fergie.
Alright, right
So
to
that's
Bravo,
where we
and
want
then
this part right
Sierra
here,
to the
which
cargo
even
ramp,
though we're
the
doing,
cargo
we got it set up
8162.
for the,
American 1201,
even though we haven't set up for the RNAV, we're
course,
still just
3
using
VOR
that to
approach,
get
runway
to
13 left.
the actual
Cross assault at 3000, and we're
river
cleared
approach.
for the
Hopefully it still remains
we're cleared to
VFR
VOR approach,
conditions.
American 1201.
So that's the whole deal.
Okay, sorry. Any chance for the RNAV Zulu?
So it looks like we have a full-on, wonderful
1201
departure. Now let's come here and look at the JFK 5, which is right here. And he said expecting runway 13 right. Climb on assigned heading. So we're just going to assume that that's going to be runway heading. And let's see, 13. Let's go over here and see what 13 actually the runway heading is. Let's just put that in. Runway 13 heading is 134.
Right heading 270.
So let's come over here and put that in 134.
JetBlue 504, turn right heading 270.
Right turn 270, JetBlue 504.
All right, 120, 130 right there. 130.
Delta 4 to set and maintain
1, 2,
7,000. Correct,
3,
to set and maintain
4.
5,000.
Boom, there we go. 134, and we're climbing up to 5,000.
Capital 7487 heavy right 13 right lamp and wait.
5,000. Let's get the flight director bars on.
7487 heavy.
Let's also get this guy on here. It's the DME equipment, even though we're not using it. Of course, that's going to be that situation, and we're going to get this on the heading mode, because that is what we need to do in order to depart here until we get direct to wherever. So on and on. We've done quite a bit of tests, and push and discretion is on our own. So let's look at doing our pushback right now, guys, even though I know it's going to mess up probably the first go round, so which that was to be expected. So let's come back here again. You guys know the problems. Pre-plan.
01 traffic rolling
Let's
out,
see
13
what we
left,
got
wind
here.
130 at 14 gust 21, runway 13 left, clear land.
Okay, that
Runway 13 left, American 12 0.
Acknowledged. Call me
Delta
through
13,
All right,
welcome to
the
Big Apple,
altimeter
Fort
here,
Bravo,
guys,
and we're
as
into
said,
the
is
ramp.
3021.
Forward for Delta 1315
3021.
1315, roger, left on Bravo, right on Hotel to
And
the ramp, copy that.
3021 is what we need over here as well.
JetBlue 504, descend to maintain 3000.
Down to 3000, JetBlue 504.
3021, and there's only one other place we got to put this, guys. And that's going to be down here in our standby.
Air 412, I understand, I got to arrive in traffic. Continue holding short.
And it's all about keeping your head still on this thing. There we go. All right, now we need to come back down here that we have our flight plan. Looks all good. We need to go to our initial ref. Load that up there. We got about 4,000 pounds of extra fuel. We're doing flight level 220 today, guys. Cost index, as always, 75 or 75. And 220, boom, boom, boom. That looks good. Let's go over to our takeoff now. We're going to do a takeoff of flaps 18. And that's going to give our VREF, rotate, and V2 20, 23, and 131 with a trim of 3.7.
Right turn 310,
And let's look at our trims right here. 1, 2. Okay, that should be 3.7. Now we need to come over here to the TMS. Again, we got it on the takeoff mode. Let's put it back, make sure it's all G'd up. Now we have our bugs. Once you hit right here, it's a little shortcut. You just put it over here. Otherwise, you could slide them, but who wants to do that when you could take Easy Street? All right, guys. So now that is complete, let me check you guys out really quick in the chat. And everybody's doing good. Okay, so let's go ahead and close the doors, guys. Door is closing up. We're also going to get those chocks off. And let's get that APU started. Generator on. We're just going to monitor right here because once this comes on, we're good to go. And we need to go ahead and turn our fuel pumps on as well because APU will give me a message over here, low pressure, if those fuel pumps aren't on, especially this left outer one. APU is available, so now we can just go ahead and turn our external power off and we can be completely free of this page. We are all loaded up with our 67 passengers on there. And we are ready for pushback, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and call our better pushback and get out of here.
Hotel or Hotel Bravo. Cover that one thing, hotel to the ramp. Delta 1350.
All right, guys. We said the squat code is 3155. So let's get that in there. 3155. Enter. And we are going TARA. That is all on, my friends. We do have 5,000 selected already.
JetBlue 504, wind 130 at 14, gust 21, Murray 13 left, clear to land. Traffic will be departing prior to your arrival.
Alright, clear to land, runway 13 left.
And when we get in the air, this VNAV may extinguish itself, but we'll get back on it again.
American 1201, welcome to the Big Apple. Hold
All right, let's go back and double check the cabin crew. All right, all passengers are seated and apparently invisible.
American 1201, roger, continue right on Yankee Alpha, Bravo.
Okay, we got some pretty good views in here. What other
Yankee
views do we
Alpha,
have?
Bravo,
Okay, we got
Tango
behind the
Alpha,
wing here.
American 1201.
So we'll have that view for both sides.
Release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
All right. So before we start pushback, what do we got to do, guys? We got to make sure that we put our beacon on. Beacon is on.
American correction, Capital 7487 heavy. Fly runway heading, wind 130
Parking brake is off.
Gust 21, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff. Traffic will be departing on the parallel. Runway heading, clear for takeoff, 13 right.
So welcome aboard, guys. American flight 318 with service from JFK to Washington Reagan, and then we'll see if we're going to do any other legs. All right, and we may start engines. Let's get this on our legs page here. That way we'll know when we can go direct, and everything else is taken care of. So now let's come up top, guys, and get our conditions on. We can get our APU air on. We can get our cabin air on now. Let's get our start to master, and we'll get ready to start the right engine first. All right, so let's come over here. See an aircraft, I think, either departing or landing, and it's clear. All right, guys, starting engine number 4. And we'll come up top.
If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor level lighting will guide you towards the exit.
All right, you can see we do have rotation here on N1.
Start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you, and place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head and tighten.
All right, getting ready to cross 21.
And don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate.
Fuel is getting thrown in.
If you're traveling with children, now the time to your favorite one. But secure your mask and then assist others.
Welcome aboard, everybody.
American 412, you are radar contact, climb maintain 7000.
Let's see, taxi November Charlie Bravo. Bravo November to looks like either Quebec or Papa. That's what we'll be looking at, guys.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
All right, let's go ahead and set that parking brake. Parking brake is set. Let's go ahead and start engine number 2, which is really engine number 3, but it's the second engine that we're starting. You can see we have N1 coming up. Same thing, we're looking for 21.
Up to 6 at 470. Yeah, I tried to give you guys some simultaneous departures here.
All right, 21.
Glad you liked it. American 412, turn left heading 090, climb maintain 1000.
All of this information and more can be found at the safety card located.
Okay, you can hear that engine coming up, starting. See APU air off, on, start power norm, da-da-da. We did all that. The only thing we didn't do is turn the APU air off. So now let's make sure we do that. Air's off.
3 miles, climbing through 6000 eastbound.
All right, let's go for the next
Up
one.
240 up to, is that 6000 for 747 heavy?
Capital 7487, that's 7,000.
All right, guys. We
7,000.
do have rotation on
740
N1.
heading for 747 heavy.
Delta 4, turn left heading 310, descend to maintain 3000, reduce speed 210 knots or less. Left 310.
Okay, coming up right to 21.
Speed 210, last Delta 4.
All right, let's throw in that fuel and make it happen, Captain. She's coming up quite nicely. And guys, we don't even need to belabor the last engine. We can go ahead and get it fired up as well.
Delta 4, Tango Alpha, Tango, it's your choice.
16, 17, 18, 19. All right, here we go, guys.
Sorry, disregard Delta 1240, correction, Delta 4, that was down for you, sorry. American 1201, Tango Alpha, Tango, it's your choice.
All right, of course, and let's get you guys some cams on, and then we will be departing out of here.
American
Real
412,
talk.
turn left heading 040. Left heading 040.
All right, cams are on and clear.
Capital 74.
All right, we got a good start on all engines, guys. That means now we can turn the generators on. 2 clicks, galley on. That is bada bing, bada boom. Remember, this aircraft we start with, we take off with APU on. We're turning on all the air. Let's go ahead and turn on our PEATs here. And that is now on. And then, of course, we need to turn our packs on, folks. We need to set our cruising altitude of 22,000 feet. 122 That's all to auto. Let's get this over here to cool. Or actually in between. And let's work our way up top, guys. All fuel pumps are on. We can get we'll keep those continuous ignitions till we take off. Let's make sure we get all of our hydraulics on. Power takeoff. The AC pump, of course. The DC pump needs to come on. Brake fans can come all the way up to auto. There we go. We want to make sure that's extinguished. And anti-skid is on. Brake fans, the lift spoilers, the yellow and the green, are all good to go. And beacons are on. Nav is on. Strobe is off. Cabin lights are armed. Bada bing, bada boom. And this can come to the off position now. The master start can come off. And we are literally ready to go and call for taxi. Let's see what we got here. Should just be park brake on.
Turn right heading 040 down to 6,000 to the
Let's see, air selected on ground, brake fans
Delta 4,
on,
you
engine
are,
ignition,
looks like
yep,
you're
we're good
going
to
off
go.
the approach here, set intentions.
Cabin is secure. Ready for departure.
Alright.
Yeah, Delta 4, I did clear you for the approach. That's okay. Cancel approach clearance.
Flaps
Turn
are
right
getting
heading
set to
370.
selected
Visual, right, 13 left
to
approach.
18, and they're going to be indicating here in a second.
Delta 4, to right heading 090.
Yeah, right 090 Delta 4.
Make sure we got our heading all situated.
American 412, proceed direct to Merritt, climb, maintain 17,000.
Guys, we are ready to go.
7487 heavy, proceed direct coat.
Direct code 747 heavy.
And JFK approach American 318 on the ground with weather is ready to taxi.
JetBlue 504, welcome to the Big Apple. Do you know where you parked today?
Going over to Alpha 8, JetBlue 504.
JetBlue 504, I would love to know where that is. Do you know what taxiway the entranceway is?
I believe it's that terminal arm that comes off near Foxtrot at Foxtrot and Alpha.
Alright, JetBlue 504, let's do this. You can continue Delta, Alpha, Foxtrot.
Delta Alpha Foxtrot to the gate, JetBlue 504.
Delta 4, after your turn, field's going to be at your 12 to 1 o'clock.
This guy's too busy for his own good. Burning fuel here.
Still inside Delta 4. Delta 4, roger, runway 13 left, or excuse me, cleared visual approach, runway 13 left. Cleared visual 13 left, Delta 4. American 412, Boston's off the line. Radar services terminated, for exchange approved. Good day. Thank you, Capital 7487, heavy, leave Myers Base to the north, New York Center is offline, radar services terminated.
This guy is crazy busy.
Have a good day.
Over 22.8, great job tonight, and we'll see you again. Good night.
Bye-bye, American 318, your clearance is ready, advisory copy.
American 318, you already gave us our clearance. We're actually waiting for our clearance to taxi to runway 13 right.
American 318, I apologize, that's what I meant to say. Advisory copy, taxi clearance.
We're ready to copy, sir.
American 318, runway 13 right, taxi via Bravo, November, Quebec, Papa Foxtrot.
Taxi 13 right, Bravo, November, Quebec, Papa Foxtrot, American 318. Alright, guys, so November Charlo, Bravo to Quebec to Papa Foxtrot. Okay, guys, we got it.
Wind is 130.
Let's get out of here, guys. Let's get those,
American 7538, expect a pre-departure clearance.
taxi lights on, and let's go out and do our official look. You can see we're at the American gates. She's looking good, guys. Let's get out of here. All right. Parking brake is released. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Aileron left. Aileron right. Neutral. Rudder left. Rudder right.
10 minutes.
Okay. He's logging off. So we're going to do November Charlie, guys. To Bravo. And then we're out of here.
What do you call this terminal here? I don't know if you can see where I'm at right now, JetBlue 504.
JetBlue 504 looks
So
like
we're
that's,
doing
that's
November
Terminal 5,
Charlie,
JetBlue,
Bravo,
Terminal
Quebec,
5.
Papa Foxtrot, and we're out of here, guys.
Got it.
And we'll be flying runway heading. Which on this route That's pretty much can get us direct to Wavy.
2404, proceed direct assault, cross assault out of maintain 3000 until established on the final approach course.
And we still don't even know if he's going to tell us runway heading or not. That's just what I'm assuming.
Direct assault for the VOR approach.
Alright, we have Joy and Bravo, guys. And we're going to be looking for Quebec.
Yeah, we don't get to use it too much.
I could have done it a little prettier there, but I got a little low on short final, but that was good stuff.
Glad you enjoyed it.
So Quebec's going to be our first right. Dave McKee says, Bogey! Dre, Leo Sticks, what's good, chat? Thanks for the love tonight. Of course, Leo Sticks 86 is in the house. Alright, guys, this should be our first, see, this says November. Okay, it's going to be November and then Quebec really quick, so welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome on board to American Airlines Flight 318 from John F. Kennedy over to, okay, this will be Quebec here. We're going to turn right on. We're going on over to Washington Reagan. We were supposed to do that river visual yesterday, and the stream crashed, well, the sim crashed, not the stream, which ended up crashing the computer. Low memory, and I think I figured out why, and that's just simply because I had the sim on all day, and I had done a couple other flights without restarting the whole computer. So it was aggregated data in the log text file from there, and it's usually what happens every time you restart your computer and your sim. That log text file should be getting erased and then being copied to other temporary files during that stay of the computer. Alright, you can see an aircraft up there flying around. Now we're going to be looking for Papa Foxtrot. Alright, let's see what you guys got going. Big Leo caught part of your stream earlier but had on the TV, so I couldn't find it. And Leo, no worries. Dave McKee, the support is noted, bro. Absolutely, Leo, man. I was watching your stream all day till I had a client, then I had to get off. But very entertaining, man. I love that Boeing 757. That UPS livery was gorgeous. So, all right, guys, we're on Quebec, and we're going all the way down to Papa Foxtrot, which is the very tip of the runway.
27, you came in very, very quiet. Do you mind saying it again?
So things to look for on this departure is we need to get to 5,000. We need to fly the runway heading, and we need to kind of keep it controlled as possible. I feel like I'm sitting kind of high.
27, Roger. Clearance request number 1, stand by.
It's a little overcast out here today.
Jumping 2404, wind 130 at 14, gust 21, or 13 left, clear to land your number 2 following an A350 short final.
Alright.
Clear land, 13 right following the heavy.
So we'll be waiting. I hear some aircraft activity.
Be ready to go?
American 318 is ready to go, sir.
American 318, flight heading 110 on departure, wind 120 at 14, gust 21, runway 13 right, clear to land. Correction, clear for takeoff.
110 on departure, clear for takeoff, American 318. Alright. 110. Let's see, we got it on 110, folks. There we go. Alright, let's get our clock ready, too.
American 318, you missed Papa Foxtrot.
Yes, I did. Trying to multitask. I actually did miss that. I apologize. Is it okay if I do a quick turnaround over here and go back to Papa Foxtrot?
Yeah, American 318, here's what you can do. You can go Quebec 1 into the ramp, and then come back south on Quebec. So go Quebec 1, then back onto Quebec.
Alright, roger that. We're at Quebec 1 now, and we'll do our turnaround again. Thanks again.
Yep, no problem.
Alright, so we missed it. So that was totally our fault, so we're into the ramp here.
Delta 4, welcome to the Big Apple. Exit right when able, hold short Bravo. Do you know where you enter the ramp?
Alright, that's what happens when you multitask, guys.
Alright, Delta 4, roger. Continue Delta, Bravo, and Hotel Bravo to the ramp.
Alright, guys, we got that turnaround taken care of pretty quickly.
Delta 4 is going to be Bravo, Hotel Bravo to the ramp.
Right, thank you, man. Bravo Delta. Bravo Hotel.
Alright, messing with that clock is something else, so we'll have to forget about it.
W2404, go around. W2404, going around.
There we go, that's what we needed. Oh my goodness.
W2404, fly runway heading.
Alright, here's Papa Foxtrot right here.
Runway heading to 3000, W2404.
Alright, guys.
And W2404, for a reason for the go around was you were lined up for 13 right, not 13 left.
That's our bad. We've been saying 13 right this whole time. I guess there's misconfusion there.
Yeah, it's W2404. I've been reading back. I've only heard 13 left, so it's fine. It happens. Go ahead, fly runway heading.
American 318 on Papa Foxtrot holding short, runway 13 right, ready to go.
American 318, 13 right, line up and wait.
13 right, line up and wait, American 318.
W2404, turn right heading 220.
Alright, guys.
VOR right 13 left approach.
220, expect vectors for 13 left, JetBlue 24.
Alright, guys, here we go. Landing lights are all on, along with strobes. Flaps are set. Aircraft TMS is good to go. Aircraft is all ready to go. TMS is in the takeoff. Bugs are set. Landing lights are on. Strobes are on. Final is clear. Approval to line up and wait has been received. And Aviator JT, you didn't miss anything except us missing a taxiway and we had to turn around.
American 318, fly heading 170 on departure, wind 130 to 14, gust 21, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff.
Okay, 170 on departure, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff. Alright guys, you see that? He switched it again. Now he wants 170.
Delta 4, do you need progressive taxi?
Alright. Alright guys, here we go.
Straight on Bravo. You're going to hit a Y.
Takeoff power is set.
And about 500 feet, you're going to make a right and continue on Bravo.
Speed alive.
Airspeed is alive.
And Delta 4 squawk by Charlie for me, please.
80 knots cross-checked.
Gotta do some right rudder here, man. Big time. Big time right rudder here.
V1. Rotate. V2.
And rotate.
Would you like the visual or you want to continue with the VOR?
Positive rate.
Positive rate of climb.
Here our work, it just helped us run right on lane.
Rudder.
Definitely one way to get a PD.
Alright, we're just hand flying it. Gotta come over here and put this into sync. Alright, that's going into sync. Flaps coming up. It's gonna get kind of loud here for a second, guys. Alright.
Some aircraft is heading wind for now 120 at 16 gust 21. Okay, when there's 10 miles, loading room to 3,000, room 4,000.
Alright. IS. Autopilot. American 318 is 3,000, climbing 5,000. Up to 1,000 direct wave, American 318.
W2404, turn right heading 310.
Right, and 310,
set up there in a second. We're on the IAS climb. Let's come down here, legs, and go direct to wavy. And we'll execute that. And now we have to come up here and put it in lateral navigation. And she is bouncing everywhere, guys. Alright guys, now we're going to be going direct to wavy. That should be on a heading of 152. Let's double check our bearing here. Yep, 152, and the aircraft is doing its best to get over there. Now let's finish getting this thing situated here. Alright, aircraft is currently in the IAS climb mode. And we're climbing pretty aggressively, but those engines are beast mode. Look at this climb here, guys. We start coming down on the speed, then I'll take the speed down, but she's climbing beast mode right now. And we're coming up on 10,000 landing gears up. Flaps are up and clean. Autopilot is engaged, folks. And once we get to 10,000, those landing lights will come off, and I'll check you guys out in the chat. That was a pretty busy takeoff there, guys. Okay, we're going to come on up here now. And landing lights, runway turn-off lights are on. And strobes and beacons and non-smoking is on. And it'll get a little less loud in here once the engine's dialed back. Okay, and we got wavy and 18 nautical miles. If we really want... Okay, let's do our flyby.
Assault maintain 3,200 on the view.
Alright, Dave says he changed our heading because the plane was doing a go-around. Got it, Dave. And boom, we can take the wheel off. And now we can bring that power back because we are at 11,000. And that's one thing that always happens that I got to look at this aircraft. Because we went above the 11,000 because it always has to have this altitude arm on. So when we switch stuff over, it probably also messed that up. Now we're direct wavy at 11,000. Let me check to see if this guy is still on. Which he should be. It just got quiet all of a sudden.
American 318, climbing team 17,000.
Up to 17,000 American 318. Alright, how ironic is that?
2104, wind 120 at 16, gust 21, right 13 left, clear land.
Runway 13 west, clear land, just 24.
There you go. American 318, leaving airspace to the south. Unfortunately, New York Center is offline where services terminated. If you can change to new comments approved, have a good rest of your flight.
Over Unicom, appreciate the ATC services. We'll see you next time, American 318. Alright, guys.
Central aircraft frequency, stand by for controller change.
So, we've been cleared, in my opinion, all the way up to 220. That's what I just heard. What'd you guys hear? So we've been cleared up to 220. We're at a climb rate of 2,000 feet per minute. Now we can essentially just come down here, guys. We're going to do Easy Street. 122.8. We are on our own, guys. So not a bad departure out of the New York area. Now we can come up here and get our APU air off as well as our APU. And we can turn, well, we'll do our checklist, but we can also turn a few things off. We don't need any engine anti-ice on right now. Let's get these up. There we go. Make that panel a little bit brighter. And yeah, guys, we are cruising right along. At this point, we throw a little bit more power on that climb so we don't lose too much speed, so we can get over to DC as quick as possible, man. So, flight looks good. ATR Laughlin. Deal Edgy Thane Meg. So, not an entirely long flight. It looks like our longest leg, really, is going to be this Yazoo. And we'll see what our top of descent looks like. I know one thing, Megs, we need Fergie, yep, at 3,000. That's what it's going to be, so that's the whole goal. Dill 10, bada bing, bill at 11. So there you go. So not a bad takeoff. Like I said, it was busy. I like flying this aircraft because it is most certainly an aircraft that requires your full attention. Not that they're not all that way, but it requires, I mean, your full detailed attention to flying this thing, man. This thing is a beast to fly. All right. So you guys aren't probably going to be getting that music on too loud just because the engines in this thing are a beast. All right, Dave McKee says that speed is wrong for the 10,000 feet waypoint. Can't bust 250 at 10K. Yeah, you mean 280. Yeah, Dave was saying, yeah, absolutely. That speed is wrong for 10,000 at waypoint. Can't bust 250. Oh, he's saying you can't. Right? Yeah, he's right. But we'll be doing this manually anyway, Dave. So don't worry about that. And we'll just go off the point. And you know what? This deal, it might not even. Let's see, deal. Let's get rid of this now. We don't need that. We can keep this one. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. But look here, Dave. That's the funny thing. Deal at 280, 10,000. So it is actually on the chart. It's right here. So because it's on the chart rules. The chart is going to trump it. So that is the actual speed that the aircraft can go. According to the chart. And I know the chart is, you file that, you stick to those speeds. And that's on the chart, so that's what they're going to expect that you're going to do. 18,000 feet, you can go into the standard, and that's in standard as well. Had never seen that before in my life. I know, Dave, man, there's some weird stuff. Trust me, Dave. I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. There's been some weird stuff. You know what they say. Can't believe it's Ripley. Ripley, I can't believe it's not, that one show, however it goes. I can't, that show, I can't believe it's Ripley's Believe It or Not. It's Ripley's Believe It or Not. That's what it is. That type of thing. Ripley's Believe It or Not, Dave, is what I'm trying to say, man. Once we get up to cruise, guys, we're going to look at some of my veterans pictures here on the channel. Happy Veterans Day to everybody out there, not just in the United States, but in the world. If you served your country, your nation, you gave your blood, sweat, tears, and dedication to your nation, happy Veterans Day to you. Particularly here in the United States, we're saying happy Veterans Day, not only to the veterans, but to current service members, family members, communities that support the veterans, and the United States government, who, however you want to look at things, is also in support of veterans, in support of the mission that they want us to complete. Active duty service personnel. All right, guys, so we're climbing out here in a second. Once we get to cruise, we'll figure out what our top of descent is, and we'll start a little slideshow. Let's do a wee bit of a checklist here. Guys, we are doing the river visual. Aviator JT says, I have to leave here, school tomorrow. All right, Aviator JT, I want you doing the right thing. Got to get your rest for your education. God bless, and thank you for joining the stream. Much success with your studies. And before takeoff, after takeoff, packs on, APU air off, engine air on, TMS as required, flaps up, gear lights out. Okay, that was done. Climb, AC pump off, and PTU pump off, brake fans auto off, APU stop. Okay, so we did some of this. So what we need to do is we need to take this pump off, and we need to turn the brake fans off. Oops, not that. That's not what we wanted off. We wanted this off. And PTU off. AC pumps to off position. DC pump can stay on. All right. And you always want to double check your course in this thing. All right, we're basically due 240, which is a western heading. Let's square up the heading there. And because we got to double make sure, check, this is selected. See, if you don't select this altitude arm, it'll blow right past our selected altitude. So we got to be cognizant of that right now. So before we do anything else, let's check that out, guys. We can get our ignitions off though. Ignitions are off, and as long as I see our vertical speed indicator digressing, I'll be a happy camper. This aircraft, it does it pretty much almost at altitude, so we're looking for this to start happening right about now. There we go, there we go. She's coming down nicely, speed will pick up, then we can pull back on the power. Now you can see that is off. Now what we're going to do is go right into the VNAV. VNAV is selected. And now that we're at our cruising altitude, let's come over here to the progress. And if we don't see it here, we can just go to the VNAV right here, guys. Top of descent, 96 nautical miles. We do not have far to go at all. So, and we know, as Dave mentioned to us, that in that 90, look at this, it's kind of trying to creep up a little bit. Let's see if it's going to balance itself out. Yep, you got to keep eye on this thing. So now it's creeping up, even though it shouldn't be creeping up, but it is. So let's do this, guys. Vertical speed. And you know why it started creeping up? We hit that VNAV button. So that's what I'm saying. I knew it was kind of glitchy. We did our stuff right. It did its stuff incorrectly, and we'll just leave it there. It'll slowly, being 200 feet above cruise is not entirely that horrible. So alright guys, so for lack of better words, we are at our cruising altitude, and it's picture time. Let's see, we have our top of descent in 89 nautical miles, and of course we'll be doing that to let me see what our cruising altitude is. Yeah, flight level 220. I still don't know why it went above what it did. Look, it's even going back up again, guys. What do you know? All right, now it's going down. And this thing is being tricky today, so you got to watch this thing. It's a little bit glitchy. Okay guys, picture time. Here we go. Let's get this done. Before we do anything else, let's make sure it's going to act right. Alright, I'm pulling back a little bit on that power. Vertical speed indicator is coming right to 0. Alright, finally it has decided to avail itself appropriately. Okay, here we go. Dave McKee says cooking dinner. And 76, 77 nautical miles. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. So, this is a picture of myself when I was very early in my career. You can see I was still wearing the battle dress uniform, or the battle dress greens. This is a picture here in Iraq. These are two soldiers that work for me. This guy's name is Specialist Choppa, and this is Private First Class Caruso. See the year there is that's August 21, 2003. This is when I was stationed in Fort Irwin, California, National Training Center. You can see our uniforms a little different. We do all the desert warfare training for all of the units, Marines and the Navy, and other units as well, that need training before they go overseas, obviously, to desert warfare. So that's the National Training Center in Fort Irwin, California. Let's see, is it going? Oh, maybe because I zoomed in on the picture. Okay, there's the click spot. This is obviously, see, I got to wear a Stetson to work as a spur holder in the 3rd Armored Cavalry Regiment here, guys. This is a pretty time-honored tradition, fraternal order, if you will, that takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get. So as you can see here, I was a spur holder, or I am a spur holder for life. This is when I was a Sergeant E5. Here's some more pictures in Iraq. These are all my troops right here. And don't mind him. This is Bornowski. No, this is not Bornowski. I can't remember his last name. But it does start with a B. It's been years. And this guy, he was just attached to me for a hot second. So this is actually out by the Syrian border in Iraq. Those guys, again, you can see here, this actually is another sergeant like me, and then here's our other troops. We just changed this engine the first time in Iraq, for our unit anyway. This is the LMTV engine back in the day. First one done in country. Here's some of the homies from my unit right here. You can see me and my boy Sergeant Martinez in the front. I was E5 at the time, he's E6. I ended up getting out of the military as an E6. Some of the click here. Binky, one of my soldiers here, of course, that work with me. All this stuff you see here is made stuff. We're in Al Asad Air Base in this picture. We had lamb and stuff like that, so pretty interesting. These are actually some Iraqi nationals here. They came into our little hut. This is back again out by the Syrian border. This is one of the wrecker vehicles that I operated here. This is a Hemet wrecker, and it definitely does a lot of recovering. There's a big winch and crane on the back here to tow vehicles and recover them. It's getting an award here. This is still in Iraq. Yeah, guys. So just a little bit of show and tell. These are some of the balconies that we made in Iraq. Actually, because I was a sergeant, my rank, I didn't have to sleep in a building or a tent. I got to sleep in one of these trucks here. And yeah. Now this is actually during a firefight. This is actually during combat. And this is actually a sergeant here, believe it or not, one of my boys. We're actually on the front lines right here. And actually this is in Iraq and hit Iraq during combat, believe it or not. So combat doesn't always look like what you think it's going to look like. So anyway, I got this tattoo right here. If you look, it's tattooed on my right shoulder. And let's check our progress here. We got 47 nautical miles to the top of descent. And you guys are most welcome for me sharing these pictures, so I'll run back through them again the other way. But yeah, so what else we got here? And this is literally when we got to Iraq. If we had to do rear security on a convoy, we're talking about all types of stuff. This is all we had. My M16 right here. Got my magazine in. I got my bulletproof vest on. And whatever enemy gets too close to us behind us, let's just say we had to do what we had to do based off the rules of engagement. And that's all we'll say there. So you can see the look on my face, man. I was 25 years old back in the day. So anyway, yeah. So that's me, getting ready to go on mission. And this rear strap right here, this is the only strap holding you in the vehicle when this thing is maneuvering. So go figure. Now this picture here, guys, this picture right here, look at my face. Look how much weight I had lost I got to Iraq at 180, and you can see how much I was right here. But this comes after a mission where the United States, we went into town and paid locals to disarm. So you had all these people walking out with all these weapons, grenades. Look at this cache of weapons right here that we got. And so as obviously you look at my face here, it says it all. It says it all about the day. So some of these pictures, guys, I don't mind sharing them now, but some of these pictures were not happy days. So anyway, yeah, that's the cache of weapons that we got this go around. So look at this wooden thing. Crazy, right? Guys, I also was the barber. I cut everybody's hair out there. So this is actually my boy Sergeant Henry, and this is on one of those balconies that you saw. So this is me, you know, give him a nice little cut up, and bada bing, bada boom. We still did PT out there, and this is in Hit Iraq, and this is actually where we use the restroom up here, believe it or not. So it's kind of primitive. This is a mosque right here. This is actually my boss. It's one of my bosses right here. So anyway, guys, yeah, show and tell is over. Hope you guys enjoyed those pictures. And Chief Sim Silent says, dang, much respect, yo. Hey chat, hey Chief, thanks for checking in. Thank you everybody for being a part of the stream today. We're getting ready to do the river visual, and we have our descent coming up in 31.6 nautical miles, where we'll be descending down to 10,000 feet. And let's double check the FMS. We're just getting on course here. We're going to be going direct Laughlin of a heading of 271 and heading 271. So let's take a look at this beautiful view here. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys, let's see. Leo Sticks, big up, broski to Chief Sim. Quick side note, Dre, how do you like the 146 with FMC? I haven't flown it since before I had the new FMC. Leo, having the new FMC makes the big difference right there, my man. Big time. New FMC brings in that realism that you were lacking, so she flies nicely, brother. I am enjoying it, and we are going to have approach into the DCA area, so let me double check and see exactly. Let me give you guys that view right there. Let me give you guys an idea. Well, I'm requesting the river approach, so if not, we'll have to log off. But the river approach is happening today on the channel. I don't understand why it wouldn't. Let's look at the weather. Weather visibility 10 miles, and guess what? That's the winds are out of the south, so we're definitely getting that river approach, baby. So let me look at what the controller is going to be. He should be approach New York, Philly. Okay, he's not showing up yet. Well, you know what? He is actually not DCA approach. So either way, we're straight. Let me mute the mic here. I got a cough. All right. Excuse me. Let's see here. Hey there, Dave. Leo Stick says, nice, appreciate it. Nice mission the other night. Crew number 3. All right, guys. Hey, we're doing this river approach today. It's happening. My stream crashed yesterday. Well, not the stream, the sim. X-Plane crashed. So I was like, man, I was so pumped up to do that. And it didn't happen. All right, we're going to go ahead and put this thing in the VNAV now. We got to get it down to 10,000. All right, and I guess she wanted to go ahead and start descending now, because as soon as I put it in the VNAV, she started going down on her descent. So we'll pull that power back. And guys, let's go ahead and get this music off now, because it's time to go to work. All right, guys, we have started our initial descent on the Deal 3, I believe is the name of it. Washington Reagan traffic. American 318 is a Brito Aerospace 146 out of flight level 220, descending via Deal 3, currently at flight level 212, and we are direct to Laughlin. Expecting a full stop runway 19 using the river visual approach for Washington Reagan traffic. Alright guys, here we go. And let's go ahead and look at that altimeter for the Washington Reagan area, which is 3004. I'm going to go ahead and plug that in now as a little cheat, 3004. And let's go down to our standby. Get it in there as well. Normally we wouldn't do that, but there's no ATC on right now, so we can go ahead and put that transition altitude in there. And let's get ready to start bringing that speed back, even though we're not going extremely fast, guys. We want to make sure that we are there we go. Now, of course, we also put the TMS on the descent profile, and another thing that we want to do is we want to take a look at what our approach speeds are. Now, we need to be super slow for this approach, plus the runway's not the longest, so we're going to go ahead and have an approach VREF speed of 116, which means we can also come over here now. Remember, in the beginning we were able to hit this, but we can also come here and hit this now, and our bugs will be set, which they are. And then once we get on approach, we turn the TMS off anyway. In preparation for landing, folks, we need to come back up top, and we need to get the AC pump back to on, PTU on. And yeah, everything else, hydraulics, everything else looks really good. We'll get our brake fans back to the auto position so we can cool them down once we touch the runway, just in case we're running another one. Alright guys, we are getting ready to hit that transition altitude, and let's see what we're direct to now. Come back over here to legs, Laughlin. Okay, we got billet at 11,000, dill at 10. Let's look and see. Here we come here, and we got to be at 280 at dill, so we're okay for now. Let's talk about the river approach, and let's take a look at our altitude right now. We're at 18, and we need to be okay. So I think she's descending appropriately, and if not, we can get on her, because I definitely want to be at about 4 or 5 at megs. So here's what's happening on this river visual approach, and let's also come on here and get the runway airport information, because I believe we need to be parking at, I think it's gate 32. I'll tell you right now. It's on, yeah, right here. We're coming right here to gate 32 is the plan. Now on the river visual, we're going to hit Fergie at 3,000. And then our first waypoint to pay attention to is Derrick. We should be definitely in the river by then, and then we should be getting this chain bridge by 1800. We'll continue to follow the waterway. There's going to be buildings all around us and all that good stuff on the it'll be on off our right wing. And let me pull the power back just a little bit. And then we need to be for DME after CTOC fix. We need to be recommended at 1,500 feet, and then by the last bridge, or the next bridge, we should be at 900, and then on and down, and then about at this bridge here, we should be between 500 and 400 feet, and we should have a good visual of the runway. So we're going to kind of leave it right here until we get on that approach, and we can now see that we're direct to billet. So there's billet. We should have that at 11,000. We got 25 nautical miles, and looks like we'll definitely have more than enough distance to slow ourselves down. Let me get a little water. It's my little, I guess, English accent there for you guys. Anyway, so we're looking to have a pretty seamless arrival. We don't have... Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. All right. 1261. And let me see. Was that center? Okay, I think that's Dulles approach. Let's see, 1261, 1261. Dulles approach, American 318 is at 14,800, descending via the deal arrival.
American 318, Potomac approach. Hello, squawk 5650.
5650 in the box, American 318. All right, 5650. All right, 5650 is in the box.
American 318, radar contact 28 miles northwest of the Salisbury VOR. Descending to deal 3 arrival. Washington is landing south via Baltimore altimeter 3005.
3005. Washington is landing south, and we'll continue descending via the deal 3 for American 318. All right, so we got 10,000 programmed in there. As we get a little closer, I'm glad they're landing south. That's why the River Visual 19 is going to work perfect, because that's what we are going to take. Hopefully the winds will be amicable to us. Let's double check what those winds are. Okay, 3004, still what we got. And the winds are at 8 knots, so not bad.
Southwest 617, 242. Do you have a friend with you?
Southwest 17,
all right. Let's say, yo, what's up again, bro? Let's see, they're signing on, boys. Let's see.
Flying with you from
I'm just kind of reading over this. It looks like you guys have been chatting amongst yourselves, which is nice, but this is how it always goes, man. You know, we have a certain thing. For once, I didn't want VATSIM, the controllers, just to log on unless they were already going to be on, but the winds are in our favor right now, so we're good to go, guys.
Did he get stuck or what happened?
All right, let's start bringing that power back just a little bit, because we need to be at 280 at
Yeah, I
deal.
didn't get the last transmission. That was transmitting.
Is he okay? Because he's way off the arrival.
Let me check. Wait a minute. What's going on? 17.
Yeah, he's at flight level 340, and he's about 4 miles. Yeah, he's about 4 miles north of you.
There we go. You guys hear that noise? That is the... Look at the trims. It is struggling in this wind to keep it copacetic. Look at that view, guys.
Contact Potomac approach.
Beautiful.
So they can kind of vector you, okay?
That was transmitted.
Potomac approach Delta 5, is 691 to you? I'm off of Corsair 1, I'm sorry about that.
Delta 556, Potomac approach, hello, squawk 5631.
5631 for about Delta 556.
You can see that heat blur coming off that engine. That's absolutely gorgeous, guys.
Delta 556, radar contact 17 miles east of the Westminster VOR. Expect the visual approach wind 10, and I'll give you vectors for descent. Maintain 10,000, fly heading 090.
All right, guys.
090, Visitor 10, and 10,000.
We're getting to 10,000.
November 2 Kilo Alpha, descend and maintain 4,000, then reduce speed to 10 knots.
And hopefully she will behave herself and stay at 10,000 this time.
Southwest 617, descend and maintain 4,000.
Speed is good.
4,000, Southwest 617.
So, here's the thing. We are going to get down to 3,500 feet direct to Fergie. And if we need to be at Fergie at 3,000, but if we don't see it, we can't do the approach. And let me get the controls on for you guys now so I don't forget. All right. Guys like that intentional miscommunication in my English. All right. So that's looking good. Getting a little bit slower than I would like. We're right at 250. Let's pick up on the power just a little bit. We're doing a full flaps landing.
November 2 Kilo Alpha, turn right, right turn heading 120.
All right, guys. You know what time it is. We're at 10,000. Landing lights on. And let's look and see what we got. We're direct deal. And then we're going edgy, but we already have that in the FMS, so let's verify edgy, Thane, Megs, and then on to Fergie. Only thing is, after Megs, we technically need to be adhering to a heading of 327. So let's put that in there, because now that we're flying with approach, you can take us in all the way. So let's get that heading in there and be mindful of that.
617, just to maintain 2,000.
2,000, that's 617.
325, 67. There's 327. And let's just double check that again.
American 318, next approach sector's offline. Radar services terminated. Frequency change to advise the crew about a safe landing into Washington.
Okay, services will be terminated. We'll be switching over to Unicom. And thanks for your service. You have a good evening as well. We'll see you next time. American 318.
American 318, of course, and hopefully I can control you into Washington next time. Still training for that one.
No doubt, it was going to be a fun one too, because I'm doing the river visual and I'm actually streaming this right now. I'm flying that weird Brito Aerospace 146, so hopefully it goes well.
Yeah, have a safe landing. Thanks for flying into Washington. But yeah, I was actually just at Washington picking up my mom, so I saw those arrivals coming. They're actually doing the river visual in real life, which is awesome.
Nice. Well, hopefully I catch you next time, brother, and we'll see you in the skies, man. American 318.
Have a good one. Number 2 Kilo Alpha, this on
Alright,
3,000.
so there we go. He's a pretty nice guy. Back over to Unicom. Washington Reagan traffic, American 318 is Brito Aerospace 143. Currently on the deal to be arrival. We'll be doing the river visual 19, expecting full stop runway 19 Washington traffic. Alright, guys. So, that's what's up. You guys can still hear those. So now we're back on our own, which is cool. Once we get to edgy, we can start our descent all the way down to 4,000.
We have begun our final descent into Washington, D.C. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position. Please also store
See, and that's
any
this thing is glitched. Every time you do something and you hit it in the VNav, it starts descending on its own.
Wi-Fi-related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
So I'm just going to let it kind of do its thing. I put it in the vertical speed mode right now, so it's going to hold this pitch. Although we will need to pitch down a little bit more than that. Alright, let's pull that speed back. So we're going to make the right turn, and then we should be seeing Actually, guess what, guys? Here's a little treat for you. Here is the this is the airport right there. Let's see. No, I take that back. I don't think that's the airport. Let's see. No, that should be the airport directly in front of us right there, guys. It just looks a little stranger. I don't see that river. You know what? It could be right under this cloud face. It's right here. Alright, we should literally be starting our turn here. And we were definitely speeding there, guys. Alright. Washington Reagan, here we come. Alright guys, speeds are looking good, and hopefully that cloud doesn't become an issue on this approach. So we're just going to keep going down. That's Dulles you're looking at, green light says. Emphasis on dull. Boy, green light, you silly. Hope all is well. Sorry you're eating. Okay guys. Don't mind me laughing. Alright guys, man, we doing this tonight. Let's get below this cloud layer, man. Don't do it, or I'll turn active sky off on y'all. We're doing this river approach. So basically, once we get to Megs, we can, for lack of better words, go direct, and I think we'll be fine. We'll get under this cloud layer. Let's get that speed pulled back. We're just going right down to 3,500, folks. Come on, man. Don't do this. There we go. There we go. And it looks like there's the river there. Come on, man. Let's get a little lower. We got about 500 feet to go. We're just going to go all the way down to 3. Let's make sure we have a good visual reference. And then we'll take it on over to Fergie. And you know what? It's just going to automatically do it. So we'll just monitor the turn and how we go direct to Fergie, but that's what's happening. So 3,000 should be here. All right, we have achieved 3,000. We're just going to let the FMS take us right to Fergie, guys. And then
speed checked below 205. Select flaps 18.
Flaps 18 check. All right, guys, controls are on. Who's ready to do the river visual?
autopilot disconnected.
I'm just gonna hand fly it from here on out, guys. All right, we're not quite direct Fergie yet. How we are. All right, let's keep our 3,000.
VFTO, safe height speed, select flaps up. V2 plus 10, safe height speed, select flap 18.
All right. All right, guys, we are direct Fergie. And once we get in there, we'll be turning the TMS off. So we're just doing all hand flying now, guys. Started doing something weird towards the end. I'm like, nope, not happening here today. All right, guys, we're going all visual now. We're going all visual. Bringing that speed way back. Need to be about 1800 on this bridge up here. Washington Reagan traffic, American 318 is a Britospace BAE 146, currently on the river visual for 19, expecting full stop for Washington Reagan traffic. All right, guys. We need to get down to 1800, and you can see we're almost right in that river. There's the bridge right there where we want to be, kind of 1800 right there. Pull that speed back. Okay, so we're 1800 at this bridge, like we wanted. I can see the runway over there, so here in a second we'll get that gear down and go full flaps. Now next bridge, we want to kind of be at 1500 past that soy talk, but we're just gonna easily go down to 9. All right, gears coming down. Full flaps is selected. All right, guys, now we got to turn this TMS off. TMS is off. 1000 cross check. There's that bridge. We want to be at 900. Getting that approach speed. Okay, there's the Washington Monument. Let's get a little, pick up a little bit on the speed. We're a little low. All right, gears down, 3 green, flaps are selected and indicating. There's the Washington Monument, the White House right there. All right, guys, we can go ahead and start that nice little descent. Washington Reagan traffic, American 318, final approach for runway 19 full stop. Washington traffic.
Sync rate, sync rate, sync rate, sync rate, sync rate, sync rate.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
All right, guys. And we got pretty much a center line touchdown. 296, not bad. Right rudder. Not bad, not bad. I'll take it. Negative 296. And okay. Airspeed is bleeding. Manual brakes. All right. Manual brakes are released. Flaps are coming up. And welcome it in to Washington Reagan.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Washington, D.C. The local time is 12:50 p.m. and it's currently about
Taxi lights coming on.
51 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete
Strobe off.
and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. As this is your final destination, thank you for flying with us and we hope to see you again. We apologize for the delay.
Washington Reagan traffic. American 318 clear of runway 19. Will be taxiing to gate 32, also crossing runway 4 as well for Washington Reagan traffic. All right, guys, we made it in. I'll check you guys out in the chat here in a minute. Let's get APU up and going. Welcome it into Washington Reagan, guys. And left, right. We're just going to come all the way over here to Alpha, even though we could have took that little crossway. And I'll check you guys out here in the chat in a minute. Let's see, flaps clean, APU's up and on. Let's see, that APU generator is still on, which is good. All right, guys, so it's negative 290 on the landing, pretty good. I could have came in a little bit lower, and I feel like I could do that approach a little bit better. But we still had a pretty good centerline landing. We're going to do landing replay, and then that'll be it for today, guys. I don't think I'm going to do another one. I got the stream started a little bit later than I wanted to. Let's get our taxi chart here. Okay, so we're going to follow K around. Very fun approach, guys. Very fun approach. All right, and we do save gas here. So we ended up coming up with our own protocols here where we shut 2 of them down. We're going to shut 1 and 4 down. 1 and 4 engines are shutting down. And we'll taxi in with the 2 inboard engines. Dave, really quick, I saw that you got to run, but I'm going to read the text, the chat when I get there. But if anybody's leaving right now, thanks for hanging out. This was going to be our only one tonight anyway, so we're going to get into the replay. And I just felt some kind of way last night when I didn't get this one done. You know, with that approach that we had set up last night, flying with green lights, I said, man, I'm doing it again today. So here we go. So in to the Washington Reagan Airport. All right, guys. And as soon as we get past this appendage, the next one is going to be where we need to go, and we can get into the replay. Hope you guys enjoyed that flight. Nothing too major here on Veterans Day. All right, guys, let's see. 3-2. I think we missed. I think the one on the edge there was 3-2. So we're off by a gate, but that'll be all right. I think the one on the corner was 3-2. Yeah, this is 3-0. Oh well, 3-0 it is, my friends. Sim life, baby. You got to take the good, bad, and the ugly. All right. Taxi lights are coming off. All right, booyah. And we have arrived alive. We cannot believe it. Let's go with transponder off. All right, guys. You know how we do it. All right, we can take these generators offline. Make sure our APU bleed air is on. Turn the packs off, of course. Get the pack to refresh. Get this engine air off. Turn all of our heats off, of course. And we can come up top here and get all of our hydraulic pumps off. PTU off. Boom, boom, that's fine. Brake fans can come to off. We're not running there again. And yeah. We'll leave the fuel pumps on for right now. Ignitions are off. And welcome it in, guys. Let's go ahead and get ready for the replay. And then I'll check you guys out in the chat, man. Let's get the pack store going on. Let's also get that generator going on. Let's get the stairs going. All right. So now Boom. Off. And off. And let's go out and take a look at our action, guys. Mission complete. Here we are. Bird is at the gate. And it was a fun one, that's for sure. Sim acted right. So, we're only doing one today. We're not going to be greedy and do any others because, man, I tell you what, last time we had a crash that was heartbreaking. Who's ready for that replay? Let's get on VATSIM and get these connected. And we are disconnected, so let's come in here now and get ready to do the replay. Let's see here. There's a few things I want to do first, though. For the replays, let's see. That's static. Okay, that door is going to be open on that view. All right, we'll figure out the views once we get in there. Let's just get the replays going.
Ground I see.
It almost looks like we're going to hit those buildings the way we were flying in. See, we're kind of not even on the river. We were using it as a reference, but we should have been really over it. But there's literally so much going on this thing, guys, that, man, all you can do is just do it as practicing. Beautiful, beautiful scenery, guys. Look at her. Misbehaving. Look at her misbehaving, guys. Let's see what we got on that tower view. I still felt I came in a little high on the approach. And Bowling Boy 2009, no worries, man. Welcome to the stream. We had a good one here. We did the river approach that we weren't able to do yesterday because the sim crashed, which I think I got it figured out, which it didn't. It's crashed before, but not for that reason. So look at her banking down past that Washington Monument. And thank you for saying Happy Veterans Day. All right, she's floating in right there. Nice center line touchdown. You guys see that? That is definitely a nice one. Let's see if we actually get it from the tower. I don't think we do because of that blocker. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, just barely see it, so we don't really get it. But look at that pretty center line, guys. Not bad at all. Average landing in the negative 200s. Rock City Strong says big up and thank you for your service. Appreciate you, Rock City. If you guys go back earlier in the stream, I did put some pictures up once we got airborne out of JFK. Show some of my military pictures for you guys. All right, let's watch that again. Let's get rid of this situation. Look at her just straightening herself out. And actually, that would have been us straightening her out. Yeah, that old livery, man, it was something else. Look at that touchdown. Boom. I must say that was pretty nice, guys. Let's run it back. All right, and you can see those spoilers coming out in the back. Boom. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Let's run it back. You know we got more views to do. Magic tricks all day long, guys.
Ground idle.
All right, and we'll do one more view, and hopefully we don't have to listen to sync rate. See how far back we can go. All right, we'll actually come back this far. And hopefully we don't have to hear that in the back. All right, cool. We don't have to hear that in the back. So let's get the track eye on and get a better static view here. Toggle control panel. Let's get rid of the track IR. Save all cameras. Bada bing, bada boom. Now let's get you guys a nice view here. Alright guys, I just wanted to come on camera and say thank you very much. Happy Veterans Day to everybody again. Thank you for your service, and if you are a veteran watching, thank you for your service. If you served in the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment here, if you served in this unit, please definitely give me a shout out. That's 11th ACR. If you served in the 3rd Armored Cavalry Regiment right here, this is the patch. hit me up, let me know, guys, because I always love talking to brothers that I haven't talked to in years. For everybody else, thanks for your support. Thanks for joining the stream. Enjoy this right wing view of the final replay into the Washington Reagan area. Thanks for hanging out. I feel like we've redeemed ourselves in terms of our arrival doing the river approach. And we did it in not the easiest of aircrafts to fly either. This thing doesn't have any reverse thrusters, so you got to manage your speed, attitude, hit the ground and get her stopped, and we were able to do that. So we're kind of proud of ourselves, guys, and we couldn't have done it without you. So peace, love, and harmony. God bless everyone. Leo Sticks, Captain Shaquille O'Neal, Captain Geo, Greenlight. The list goes on. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. Dave McKee, Rock City Strong, Bowling Boy 2009, my lovely wife, Drew Stone 77, and Chief Sim Pilot, Aviator JT, and if I missed you, and Nightbot, can't miss that one. Enjoy the rest of this replay landing, and hopefully we'll be going somewhere at some point tomorrow, and maybe it'll be more than one leg. So God bless, peace, love, and harmony from the Dre Sanchez YouTube channel, and let's ride it out. Take care.
Trust and you believe.